Hello. Thank you so much for joining us here today. I wonder, for those who are watching, if you would introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about your organisation and the services offered, and maybe a little bit about your role within that organisation as well.
Thanks very much. My name is Brigid Keating. I'm the Information Officer with South Tipperary ETB, and I work within the Added Guidance and Information Service on the Western Road in Clonmel. So basically my role there is to give information to everybody, all individuals that about all courses within the ETB, whether it's accredited or non-accredited.
Okay. And so, do you mind me asking the difference just a little bit between accredited and non-accredited, just so that somebody gets a sense of that?
I suppose the non-accredited would be courses, say for instance like yoga, or you can do a basic photography course or a basic computer course. It's really I suppose there's no homework or exam at the end of it. It's kind of a nice way to be socially active and engage with other people, and they're normally 8 weeks long, an hour a week, sometimes two hours a week. And they can happen all over the county, in your local community centre, or in your active retirement, or within the ICA. You could do things like, as I said, yoga, or you could do horticulture, the basic photography, basic computers, all those kind of courses. And then the accredited courses you can also do would be, you can do basic computers, all right, to start off with, but then you could move up, say, for instance, if you wanted to progress to a course, you could do an ECDL, which would actually have an exam at the end, and where you could get an actual piece of paper and a certificate to say that you've qualified in that area, So
would you find sometimes that maybe, I was going to use the word someone of a certain age, but maybe I've been working for a number of years and I want to do something a little bit different. I might have done the photography course maybe through my local community-based group, and now I think, I'd like to change that, but I need to learn more skills. Can I come back to you?
Of course you can, and that's really what the guidance service is about. If you want to kind of discover more about yourself and to see what is out there, and is there something out there to suit you, you can actually make an appointment to meet with a guidance counsellor and to kind of go through those options that are available to you. Okay. And I suppose it's never too old, you're never too late to learn anything in life. So it's definitely a way forward for someone that is thinking about doing something, because I think people are retiring at a younger age, and they have a lot more out there. They have a lot more to offer people, and there's nothing like experience, I think, to offer.
And again, are you the first port of call if I'm thinking I'd like to do something, just community-based first? Yes,
yeah, definitely. You can contact either myself or Martina, whichever part of the county you're in, and just give us a call. We can point you in the right direction, whether it's just if you want to get involved in the community ed courses, which are mainly not accredited, or if you want to do a computer course, or you could do, there's a whole load of accredited courses, from animal care to healthcare, childcare, what I mean, business skills. The list goes on, to be honest, even driving courses, so if you wanted to drive a truck.
Okay. So there's something there that I maybe missed an opportunity, or I'm at a crossroads in my life. I now want to do something different. I come chat to you first.
Definitely, yeah, definitely. And we can.
And we'll say, would you find that sometimes when a person has done the community-based one, do some of them say, oh, now I want more, that maybe was the community-based one a confidence builder to actually follow something else?
Well, definitely, we've seen it in the past anyway, definitely within community ed. For instance, a lot of people have done basic photography courses, and then they moved on to BTI to do a level 5 in photography.
Okay.
So definitely people would progress in, and the same definitely with the basic computer skills. They've learned a little bit about how to use their smartphone and things like that. Okay. And then they say, oh, they want more of this. So they go on and do their ECDL course or a business skills course. That people do definitely progress and move on.
Would you have found, say, in maybe the last, I suppose if we go even the last 2 years, and not to harp on about our pandemic and everything, but did you find maybe an older generation were more willing to come on board to learn like that, the smartphone and the laptop a little bit more?
Yeah, there's definitely more of a demand out there because I suppose they did feel that they were left out in the limb a little bit. So the demand for those courses has definitely risen, and the inquiries for those courses definitely. But luckily enough, they did learn quickly, and the Tipperary ETB had to learn quickly on how to put courses up there for people to view, whether it was even English, ESOL, everything was put online for people so they can progress with their learning and continue. So during the pandemic,
which is fantastic that a person can do it. I suppose the other thing that's coming to my mind is if I'm watching this and I didn't finish school.
Yeah.
Can I do a course? Would I be able for it?
Yeah, definitely. That's really, I suppose, where the guidance person would be a good person to talk to first, to point you in the right direction of what course you'd like to do. There's a lot of options out there for somebody to maybe to start off with, you know, to point you in the right direction of what level you should start at, because there's nothing like, nobody would want anyone to see someone starting something and then giving up halfway through because it was too demanding. So definitely the first point of call would be the guidance service, the guidance service, to kind of help you in that decision, you know.
And then the community-based groups as well. So I suppose it's just to get that out again. The community-based groups can approach you.
Yeah, you can.
Or an individual.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, if anyone has involved in an active retirement, any local groups that they have sufficient numbers that they would say, like, you know, +8 people that are interested in doing a group or doing a course, I should say. Non-accredited, they can apply to the community education and they'll try and facilitate them with the correct tutor for whatever, you know, course they'd like to do, whether it's from yoga to baking to arts and crafts, whatever, you know, whatever there.
And I mean, I know we'll have a slide at the end for both your contact details for Nina and for Clonmel as well. And so that's what you would encourage people is
to contact
you straight away.
Yeah, definitely.
Pick up the phone and give you a call with it.
Yeah.
So if you were to give a piece of advice to anybody watching that was thinking, will I, won't I, would you have a piece of advice?
I think definitely, as Martina, my colleague, said earlier on, just pick up that phone and just ring our number. We'd only be delighted to help you. You don't know what you could be missing that could be happening down in your village or your local town, wherever you're living, because I think that's, information is key and we have the information, you know. So I think it makes it easier to know that you're not trolling through the Google and wherever, or books or newspapers, but you actually have a point of call to ring, and basically we'd have the knowledge, and if we don't have it there and then we'll find out for you.
And there's a connection, I suppose, as well with people as well. They can get together and learn together, which is very supportive.
Definitely. Yeah.
Brigid, if you were to give a piece of advice, be it to the ICA, the Men's Shed, or to an individual, what would it be?
I think the main thing, like for any ICA groups or Men's Shed groups or an individual, is that to remember to contact the information office in either the North Tip office in Nina or in Clonmel, and we'll point them in the right direction of what course they'd like to organise within the group, or for the individual what course they would like to do, whether it's the accredited or non-accredited, and we'll help them in that way and point them in the right direction.
So no matter what your group is, get in contact.
Correct.
No matter who you are as an individual, contact us.
Yeah. And we'd be delighted to help.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.